Have you ever just sat back, maybe in the quiet of the morning, and wondered where that spark went? You know the one I mean, that natural energy, that steady strength in your legs, the warmth in your hands, or the closeness you used to feel during intimate moments. It's not something we talk about often. In fact, most people don't say it out loud, but they feel it. You feel it. You wake up, and the blood just doesn't flow the same. Your hands might feel cold, your legs a little heavy. You try to enjoy time with your partner, but your body doesn't quite respond the way it used to. And deep down, a little voice says, "Is this just how it is now?" And let's be honest, after 60, it can feel like the world quietly stops checking in on your needs. The energy dips, the desire slows, and intimacy starts to feel like a memory rather than a present joy. But here's something no one really tells you. You're not broken. You're just running low on the right fuel. What if I told you that nature, simple, vibrant, flavorful nature, has been holding the answers all along? I'm talking about 5 humble fruits. That's it. No pills, no strange routines, just 5 fruits that have been loved by elders, passed down through stories, shared over kitchen tables, and quietly used for decades to keep the heart pumping strong and the fire of connection still burning bright. These aren't magic tricks. They're real, powerful, and you probably walk past them in the grocery store without even knowing what they could do for you. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to walk through these 5 fruits, one by one, and explore why they've stood the test of time, why they help boost circulation, why they help bring back a little energy, a little heat, even in the later chapters of life. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know which fruits to eat, you'll understand why they matter, especially if you're looking to feel more alive, more connected, and more confident in your own skin. So if you've ever wondered if there's a natural way to feel better again, to feel yourself again, you're in the right place. Drop a comment below and just say, "I'm ready," if you're open to learning how something as simple as food can reignite parts of life you thought were fading. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Elders Wisdom Institute. This is where we share powerful, practical tips to help you live fully, love deeply, and grow wiser with every passing day. Now, let's get started. Let's begin with a fruit that's been called the jewel of the elders by more than a few wise grandmothers. Pomegranate. Now, picture this for a moment. It's late afternoon. The sun is hanging low in the sky, casting that warm golden glow across the kitchen. Your aunt, maybe in her late 70s, sits peacefully by the window with her favorite teacup in hand. But today, there's something different in that cup. Not tea, not coffee, but fresh, ruby red pomegranate juice. She takes a slow sip, then another. And as she sits there, something subtle begins to change. A warmth comes over her. Not just from the drink, but from within. Her hands don't feel as cold, her shoulders relax, and for the first time in weeks, she says she feels light, alive. Now, what's happening in her body in that quiet moment? It's more than just refreshment. See, pomegranates are packed with antioxidants, particularly something called beta-collagen. That might sound like a complicated word, but what it really means is that it helps your blood vessels open up, stay relaxed, and let blood flow freely. And that matters more than you might think. Because good circulation? It's not just about keeping your hands and feet warm. It's about keeping your heart healthy. It's about mental clarity. It's about feeling more present. And yes, it's about maintaining intimacy, those deeply personal moments that connect us, body and soul. Here's the beautiful part. The nutrients in pomegranate don't just help push the blood through your body. They help it move with purpose. That means oxygen, energy, and yes, even desire, reach where they need to go. But let me pause here, because I know what you might be thinking. Isn't juice full of sugar? Isn't it bad for blood pressure or blood sugar? And that's a fair concern. A lot of commercial fruit juices are stripped of nutrients and packed with added sugars. But fresh, natural pomegranate juice, taken in small, mindful amounts, is a completely different story. This isn't about guzzling down a big bottle. It's about adding just a few ounces of real, unprocessed juice into your day. Or even better, eating the seeds themselves. They're crunchy, juicy, and every bite is like giving your heart a gentle hug. So here's something simple you can do. Tomorrow morning, before your coffee or tea, pour yourself a small glass. Or add a spoonful of the seeds over a bowl of warm oatmeal. That one habit could become a moment your body looks forward to every single day. Pomegranate reminds us that healing doesn't always come in loud, dramatic changes. Sometimes it comes quietly, through a fruit that's been nourishing elders across cultures for thousands of years. Now, as powerful as pomegranate is, it's not the only fruit with benefits that run deep. There's another one, a bright, juicy summertime favorite, that's been helping seniors feel vibrant for generations. Now let's move on to a fruit that's often seen as just a sweet treat for hot days, but holds a secret your heart and your intimacy will thank you for. Watermelon. I still remember my grandfather. Weathered hands, wide smile, sitting out on the porch with a big slice of watermelon, juice running down his fingers. He used to laugh and call it his love fruit. At the time, we all thought he was just being silly. But now, I realize he knew something we didn't. Because inside the bright red flesh isn't just sugar and water, it's power. Watermelon is rich in something called citrulline, a natural compound that your body quietly converts into nitric oxide. Now don't let the science throw you off. Nitric oxide is a good guy. It's the molecule that gently tells your blood vessels to relax, open up, and allow blood to flow freely. And better blood flow? That's everything. It means more oxygen getting to your muscles. It means more nutrients reaching your heart, your brain, your skin. And yes, it plays a direct role in intimacy, in feeling awake and alive in moments that matter most. Now, let's talk about a common mistake folks make. People often say, watermelon's just sugar water. It's tasty, but it's not really doing anything. But that's only true if you're eating the heavily processed versions, flavored candies, or drinks that pretend to be watermelon. Real watermelon, straight from the fruit, especially the red, juicy center close to the rind, that's where citrulline lives. That's where the magic happens. And the hydration? That's no small thing. As we age, dehydration sneaks up faster, and even slight dehydration can lead to sluggish circulation, brain fog, and fatigue. Watermelon helps on both fronts. It hydrates and helps your blood move like it's supposed to. So how can you bring this into your daily life? Keep it simple. Slice it up fresh and store it in the fridge. Easy to grab throughout the day. Or blend a cup into a smoothie with a bit of mint for a cooling, circulation-boosting drink. Some folks even sprinkle a pinch of sea salt for added electrolytes. Delicious, refreshing, and deeply nourishing. This isn't about turning watermelon into medicine. It's about honoring it as food that loves you back. Just like Grandpa knew all along. And while watermelon brings sweetness and flow, the next fruit is humble, familiar, and quietly powerful, probably sitting on your kitchen counter right now. Let's talk about a fruit so common, so simple, that most people overlook it completely. Bananas. Now maybe this takes you back. Remember when your mother or grandmother used to say, "Have a banana before bed. It'll help you rest." You probably thought it was just an old saying, something sweet to tide you over before sleep. But behind that quiet bedtime snack was a layer of wisdom deeper than you might have imagined. Because bananas aren't just about energy. They're about balance. And for your heart and circulation, that balance is everything. Here's why. Bananas are packed with potassium, one of the most important minerals your body needs, especially as you age. Potassium works like a gentle hand on your blood vessels. It helps them stay relaxed. It eases the tension. And most importantly, it helps regulate blood pressure. And let's pause right there, because this is critical. High blood pressure is one of the silent disruptors of circulation and intimacy. It puts strain on the heart, tightens your vessels, and slowly reduces the healthy blood flow that your body, and yes, even your intimacy, relies on. But here's where the banana does its quiet work. That daily boost of potassium helps your body manage sodium, reduce pressure, and keep your circulatory system running smooth and steady. Still, a lot of folks shy away from bananas. I've heard it time and time again. Aren't bananas full of sugar? Won't they spike my blood sugar if I'm diabetic? And those are real concerns, but let's clear something up. A medium banana has natural sugars, yes, but it also has fiber, which slows down how your body absorbs that sugar. And when eaten in moderation, as part of a balanced day, it's not a problem. In fact, it's a powerful tool. More than that, bananas help replenish electrolytes. And when your body is low on those, especially after sweating, walking, or just a long day, it can feel like you're dragging. Weak muscles, sluggish blood flow, even changes in your mood. So how do you make this part of your daily rhythm? It's easy. Eat one in the morning with your oatmeal. Slice it into a little peanut butter toast. Or even better, keep a ripe banana nearby in the evening, especially if you're prone to leg cramps at night. Small, intentional choices. That's all it takes. Bananas remind us that sometimes the best support for our bodies isn't exotic or rare. It's the simple thing we've known and loved all along. Now, if bananas are the everyday hero, the next fruit is like a quiet genius, tiny in size but packed with power. Let me take you back for a moment. Think about your grandmother's backyard. Maybe there was a little corner where wild berries grew, small, dark blue clusters tucked beneath leafy green shrubs. She might have called it her berry patch. It wasn't just a hobby. It was her sanctuary. And looking back now, it might have been one of the quiet reasons she moved with such grace and clarity well into her later years. Blueberries. These little orbs might seem like a simple snack, but don't let their size fool you. They are mighty. When we talk about circulation, about energy, about keeping your heart strong and your blood flowing freely, Blueberries are some of nature's best defenders. Here's the science behind that. Blueberries are rich in flavonoids, specifically a type called anthocyanins. That's the pigment that gives them their deep blue color. But it's not just for show. These flavonoids work directly with your endothelial cells. Those are the cells that line the inside of your blood vessels. Think of them like the skin of your circulatory system. When they're healthy, your blood vessels can expand, contract, and carry blood with ease. When they're not, you start seeing signs of poor circulation, pressure buildup, and fatigue. Blueberries help keep those cells healthy. They support dilation, reduce inflammation, and protect against oxidative stress, something your body naturally fights more of as it ages. But here's where the misconception kicks in. Most people see berries, especially blueberries, as just a fun topping. Something to sprinkle on a pancake or toss into a muffin mix. And sure, they're great for that. But they're also one of the most concentrated sources of heart-loving, brain-supporting nutrients you can eat, especially for older adults. In fact, multiple studies have shown that seniors who regularly consume blueberries not only have better circulation, but also enjoy sharper memory, better mobility, and improved intimacy due to more consistent blood flow. So how do you bring this little powerhouse into your life? It's easier than you think. Keep a small container of fresh or frozen blueberries in your fridge. Add a handful to your morning yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothie. Eat them fresh by the spoonful as a midday snack. No sugar, no fuss, just real, whole fruit doing its gentle work from the inside out. Blueberries remind us that nature's most effective remedies don't always shout. They whisper. And they show their power not in one dramatic day, but in the slow, steady rise of energy, clarity, and connection. And now, we arrive at the final fruit on our journey. It's bright, tropical, and beloved by elders across the world, not just for its flavor, but for how it makes the body feel from the inside out. Now, let's turn our attention to a fruit that just feels like sunshine in every bite: pineapple. Maybe you've got a neighbor or an old friend who still seems full of energy, always smiling, joints working fine, skin glowing with that quiet confidence. Ask them what their secret is, and they might laugh and say, "It's the pineapple. I eat it every day." And believe it or not, they might be onto something far deeper than just a sweet tooth. Because this golden tropical fruit is more than a delicious snack. It's a circulation-supporting, inflammation-fighting powerhouse. Here's why. Pineapple is loaded with bromelain, a natural enzyme that your body absolutely loves. Bromelain works like a gentle cleanup crew inside your system. It reduces inflammation, breaks down protein to help with digestion, and most importantly, supports healthy blood flow. Why is this important? As we age, inflammation becomes one of the body's silent enemies. It creeps into our joints, our muscles, even our blood vessels, tightening them, slowing down circulation, and dulling the spark we once had. But bromelain helps push back against that. It promotes smoother, more open blood vessels, and better oxygen delivery throughout the body, including those areas linked to physical connection and intimacy. And yet, some folks hesitate when it comes to pineapple. You might have heard, "Isn't it too acidic?" Or, "Doesn't it upset the stomach?" Those concerns are valid, but they're often misunderstood. When eaten in moderation and in its natural form, fresh, not canned or sugar-packed. Pineapple is not only safe, it's incredibly beneficial. Its acidity is balanced out by its enzymes and fiber, making it easier on the stomach than people think. The key is portion and preparation. Cut fresh pineapple into small chunks, just enough for a cup or so. You can enjoy it as a refreshing mid-morning bite or toss it into a salad with leafy greens and nuts for a tropical, anti-inflammatory twist. And here's a little tip passed down by elders in warmer climates. Pineapple also helps with recovery. After a long walk, gardening, or even a bit of dancing, its enzymes help soothe sore muscles and reduce swelling. No wonder some elders say it helps them feel young again. And really, that's the message hidden inside all these fruits. They're not about reversing the clock. They're about supporting the life you're still living, keeping the blood moving, the heart open, and the body connected to the joy it still craves. These fruits, pomegranate, watermelon, banana, blueberries, and pineapple, aren't just healthy. They're lessons. Quiet traditions passed down by elders who knew that nature provides what we need, if only we pay attention. And now that we've explored each one, let's bring everything together, because the emotional truth behind all of this matters just as much as the science. So let's take a quiet moment to bring everything together. We've walked through the gardens and markets of wisdom and uncovered 5 fruits, each with its own gentle power. Pomegranate, with its rich red juice that opens up your arteries and warms your body from the inside out. Watermelon, sweet and simple, unlocking better circulation with every slice. Bananas, humble and familiar, balancing your blood pressure and fueling intimacy from within. Blueberries, the quiet protectors of your heart and vessels, feeding you strength in every handful. And pineapple, tropical and vibrant, calming inflammation and restoring that vital inner spark. These aren't just snacks. They're stories, carried through generations. They're nature's whispers to those of us who've lived a little longer, and still have more life to enjoy. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these fruits have you already been enjoying? Or is there one you're now curious to try? Maybe you've got a secret family recipe that includes one of them, or a memory tied to a summer afternoon and a fresh slice of pineapple. Share your story in the comments below. I read every one, and I'd love to hear how food has played a role in your journey, especially when it comes to health, energy, and connection after 60. And if this video sparked something in you, whether it was a memory, a new idea, or simply a smile, please consider clicking that like button. Subscribe to the Elders Wisdom Institute so we can keep growing together, learning more gentle ways to stay strong, stay healthy, and live with purpose. There's so much more to explore. From traditional remedies to modern discoveries, this space is about honoring age, not fighting it, and making every year feel meaningful. So thank you, truly, for spending this time with me. Stay strong, stay connected, and as always, I'll see you in the next